Tom McGee here. Thanks for tuning back in. Wanted to talk a little bit about a fun drill that I use to help with dynamics of the swing. Okay, so for some players, their tendency is as they get up to the top, they don't know what to initiate with. So they'll say, I don't know how to start my downswing. Okay, so if this is you and you get up there and you get a little bit lost, this is a great drill to help you. Okay, so what I like to do is I scale this one. So I start with little ones and then I just keep building it up, building up, building up, just to help the dynamics. Okay, so if I get in there, so on this one, what I'm going to try to do is from a very small swing, see how far I can hit it. Okay, so say the first one I'm going to do, I'm sort of go hip to shoulder, trying to produce as much energy as I can. With that movement to help me start to feel some of the muscles and get a little bit more force into that grip. Okay, so I'll scale that up and hit that a couple more. So that's 77.7 miles an hour doing that drill. Okay, so then I'm going to keep going, and as I'm doing it, there's a couple things that I'll add to it as I start to go faster. Okay, so that one I was trying to go there, it probably went further. So I'm just going to go, say, just past belly button will be my feel, and then go, and then see how much dynamic stretch I can get. So I got up to 83 with that feeling. Okay. And it'll be interesting. This is its own little experiment. So players that have very, very short swings, right? So I'm producing a fair amount of energy from this position, and that gave me about 83 miles an hour. So as my hand path gets longer, obviously there's a lot of science behind this. As my hand path gets longer, my speed will start to go up even if I'm putting in the same or less effort, right? So I'm gonna go now, say, just past belly button feel, so almost to the chest with the same, I'm trying to be very dynamic, boom. So as I get here, I'm doing everything I can to produce as much energy as I can in the first move down. And that, whatever that feels like for you, for me, obviously, as I do it, I feel a lot of stretch sort of through my stomach. Those muscles start to engage, and then I feel the club head really get pulled from behind me, which is great. That got up to 88 miles an hour doing that feeling. Okay, I'll go a couple more. I just got it on a small tee here to make sure the TrackMan gets it. It's a good drill to do on a small tee too, because you're being very dynamic. So the contact and when it's on the ground sometimes can get a little bit dicey. So I'll do a couple more of those. So that was, say, I felt chest high. I'll try to go I'll do chest high one more time. I think I could probably get it 90 chest high. Oh, and that's another thing. As you're doing this, like say you do one, you say, oh shoot, like I did it, but I didn't feel like I produced as much energy as I could. Just stay at that range. So for example, if you're a guy that's here and you can only hit it, you know, a short distance. I think my smallest swing carried around 150 or something like that. I'll look back, I'll put it up on the screen. But if that small swing for you, say you feel like you could hit it further, it's carrying like 80 yards, then just stay on that small swing until you start to feel like you're getting a little more dynamic. And even when I'm doing that small swing, I'm letting my hip and my body produce that energy. I'm not going here and then sort of staying there. I'm actually, as I get to, even on the small swing, probably when I get to there, I'm already starting to feel like I'm moving back and producing some stretch, because that's the only way I'm going to do it. I always say, just like throwing, right? As I'm going, my arm goes back, my chest and everything starts to stretch the other direction. That's going to produce that dynamic stretch, okay? So I'm going to get in there again. So that one was, say, chest high. So I'll do one more of those. That's feeling chest high. Obviously, as I get to here, the stretch, the arms will carry a little bit more than that. That got up to 91. Just grab a couple more balls here, see what I can do. So, and it's fun because then you start realizing, oh man, that was very efficient swing, producing a fair amount of energy. And if you're like, man, that's all I need to play good golf, say that feeling of chest high, obviously it might go further, but that feeling of chest high, and that's enough distance for you to feel like you're going to get the most out of your game, then that's what you stay at. So this one I'm going to go feeling shoulder high now, so sort of up into there, same idea. And as I got, say, to about here, my brain's already starting to think, okay, how do I get that big move and big stretch in that transition? That got up to 95 with that feeling. I'll do 2 more, and then I'll see if I keep letting the hand path go, what will happen. Okay, so that was shoulder. So I'll go just past shoulder now, almost to my ear. .97, okay, so I still feel like I'm just short of full swing, So now I'm gonna try to go, this, again, all these are feels. When I look at it on video, I'll say, oh shoot, I can't believe I went that far, but it's fine. So now I'm gonna go sort of head height. So pretty close to normal, but with dynamic stretch. Thinned it just a little. 99.8, okay. Now I'm gonna try to do a couple, you know, if you're a guy that has a very short swing, I always encourage, you know, some drills where you're feeling like the swing's getting long. So this one, I'm gonna say, is just past head height. So high hands, letting the club get maybe just past parallel will be my feel here. Just continue to push that pattern. My dispersion has went a little bit to the right as the swing got longer. So that's some feedback I'm taking in. That was 100.4. Pretty shallow angle of attack, but that's fine. All right, let's do maybe 2 more of those. Just now I'm gonna go a little bit even more past parallel, and you'll see I'm trying to be as dynamic each time. Again, my first dynamic swing was 77, but that was from around, you know, sort of here. And then as I let my hands travel further, I'm starting to produce more and more and more energy, which is the name of the game. But as I feel like the dispersion has gotten too wide, then you can bring it back. But I like to push it and then sort of corral it in a little bit, okay? So I'm gonna do that one more time. So this one's not all the way, like, that would be my max, like almost trying to hit my shoulder. So I'll do one of those in a second. So this one's just, again, high hands, just past parallel is my sense. And that one was 101.3. So I've had a nice trend of going up a little bit each time. I'll do 2 more, and we'll see what we can do speed-wise today for the 7 with this sense, okay? So try that just past parallel one more time, and then I'll do one sort of my max range. It's going up in the air, 102.3, okay? So that was 145 ball speed, pretty wild. I'm just curious. So I carried 209. All right, try one more, maybe 2 more. We'll see. We'll see how creative I get with this long swing. So this is one more. So on this one, I'm trying to let my wrists help me a little bit more. So the hands are gonna get there, but I'm letting the club head go a bit further, still with that dynamic stretch feeling. So that's the home run, almost 104 on that one. Let's see, I'm just curious to see how far. So the ball speed was about the same, carried 212, so decent carry. See if we can max this baby out. So this is my, you know, long drive-ish motion for a 7-iron. And that is me hitting it pretty close to max. So that was only 103. So actually the last one was a bit more dynamic. I'll do one more of those. Same idea. So we're saying that's full. I'm going as high as I can with the hands, as long as I can, and let the wrists help me a little bit here. just a lot different timing, you know, like massively from this swing. So I was 103.5 from that swing where I stretch from there. It's pretty easy to know where the face is. For me, as it starts getting longer, it's a lot more timing required. So I know for my swing, I sort of like that ear height. That felt like the easiest one to produce a fair amount of speed, but also get the club back on the ball. So fun way to experiment. Again, I'm starting as small as I can, hitting it hard, starting to really feel those muscles sort of in your stomach create that stretch as the club is going this way. Same as the idea of the throwing motion. Really easy way for you to start to dial into that dynamic stretch move. Hope this helps. If you need any more help for your game, check out TommyGolf.com.